Hey everybody, Greg from Strive to Survive, and I thought I would do a quick update on the old Get Home bag. Another item or two that I've added to the bag, and this is actually outside the bag. It can actually be rigged up to be toted, to be carried with the bag on my belt or attached to the bag if I should need it in case of an emergency. I figured it was a pretty day outside right now. It's really humid, and it's like already 80 degrees. It's like 9 in the morning, and for like the third day of fall, you couldn't tell that it was fall time here at all. But anyway, we're going to jump over into the back here, show you some of the updates and some of the new stuff that I've added since last time. Okay, over on the side pouch, basically all I have is some gray duct tape wrapped around an old business card, an old plastic card, and I don't know, there's probably, 10 yards of gray duct tape there. And I also just have some extra batteries for my flashlights. And we open the main front pocket here, and of course you still have the 511 TMT L1 tactical flashlight. I've had this thing for several years now, still works great. And only problem I've ever had on that thing was the switch that is kind of intermittent between changing between stages. But other than that, it's been a pretty good flashlight. I've got a multi-tool here, and I believe that's all in that pack, in that section there. I've gotten several suggestions from other viewers about different things I could add to the pack, and basically at this point I need to go through and kind of rework because this is the medical pack that I had in it originally, and then I've added this is a ultralight watertight medical kit 3. This is from people at Adventure Medical Kits, and I didn't actually buy this. This was actually sent to me along with the Factor X bag that Todd sent me. This is another little kit that I picked up on clearance at the store for $1.99, and so I guess it's one of those things where it's better to have too much as too little. But yeah, it's probably a little overboard on medical stuff at this point, but this has got different things in it. It's got tweezers, it's got safety pins in it, really pretty much anything, ibuprofen, pain relievers, stingies, bandages. This is mostly just bandages, this kit here. And then this is some of the more serious stuff like moleskin, larger bandages, more meds. I've got Velcro in here, I've got waterproof tape in here. So there, then I've actually got a couple of little S carabiners here that are made out of I don't know, some type of aluminum, I think, or either stainless steel. But those are pretty strong, and I just keep those around just in case. Those have been in the bag for quite a while. And about the only other thing, that I added was a life straw. I have a Sawyer mini water filter in my bug-out bag, and so I kind of wanted to pay a little more attention to water with the upgrades that I did. Essentially everything else inside the pack is as it was originally. I basically took everything out of the top portion here because it's very hard to get in and out of, especially ever since I added the handle. But I will tell you guys, if you get one of these bags, strongly consider adding a handle like this and just sewing it in. It does, you can see I did kind of a bang up job. My sewing skills aren't the greatest, but this thing has been really a godsend since I did that. And I can't really say enough about having the option to have a handle on the top of it. Really makes the bag a lot easier to move around. And like the main, I added my Gerber strong arm to the bag because this is such a kind of move everything around here. Hang on just a second. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do a separate video or a review on the Gerber Strong Arm. There are literally thousands upon thousands of reviews on this knife online, and it does fit in this particular UTG Messenger bag really well. In the very rear section where they have it, it's basically made for your everyday carry pistol. I prefer to carry concealed, so I don't utilize that part of the bag. I mean, I might possibly in certain circumstances, but in probably 90% of pretty much any scenario, I'm either going to be open carrying or I'm going to be concealed carrying. And if I'm concealed carrying, I'm probably not want to have my gun in a bag that could get lost or stolen or dropped or anything like that. I want to have my personal carry weapon. I want to have it on my body and as close to me at all times, especially in a situation like that. So, but yeah, that's basically the items that I have updated. I still need to go print out. I did print out some topographical maps. I need to laminate some, and they are inside the pack here. I also, I'll show you guys what I added here. This is tinfoil, and on the inside I just have some toilet paper wrapped up inside some saran wrap inside the tinfoil. So there's an option to cook with if you need to. If I need to go to the restroom, I can. You know, anything like that would require any of those products is right there in that one little thing, and I just kind of shoved it down in this map pocket. That's what I refer to that as. It may not be exclusively used as a map pocket, but that's what I'm going to be using it for. So anyway, yeah, that's the Gerber Strong Arm, and that's basically the updates that I've done as of late. Like I said, I still want to go print out some of the topographical maps of this area, and I want to laminate them. The wife actually just bought a new laminator, so I'll probably do that a little bit later on today. So just wanted to show you guys the Get Home Bag update, and of course the canteen that I have is just one of the El Cheapos that I bought off Amazon, I believe. I've had it a couple of years now. I'm just going to put it in the truck next to the bag itself, so that if I do feel like, you know, if I'm a little bit further from home from work, because currently I'm only like 6 or 7 miles from home, so, you know, getting home, I probably really wouldn't even need anything in most circumstances, except maybe a drink of water. But, you know, like I said, you never can tell what's going to happen. I may be on the other side of town, or I may be out of town in one of another town that's, you know, somewhat close to here, 50 or 60 miles out, and something may happen then. So this is more what that bag is designed to cover. I would say probably 50 miles or so, maybe 100 in extreme cases, but anything outside of that, I'm thinking, you know, I'm probably going to have the bug out back in the truck if I'm planning on taking a trip somewhere, you know, probably 75 miles or more away from home. Hey guys, before I let you go real quick, I just wanted to show you, basically I'm recording this on a new Motor Trend universal windshield mount that I bought at the store. It's like $12.99. You can pick one up if you want one. And I just wanted to show you guys where I keep the Get Home Bag, and it's right there. There's the bag, all the contents in it, and it just lives right here behind the armrest in between the front and rear seat. And then the canteen is right here. I can just reach down, grab it. As you can see, I kind of devised the buckle system on the back of it to where I can lash it to either the backpack, or I can put it on my belt. I can, you know, there's several different ways I can carry it. So it's always right here next to me if I should need it. I'm very task oriented and very goal oriented whenever it comes to something and planning something like this. I want to get home. That's what the bag is made for. I don't want to stop. I don't want to build a fire. I don't want to, spend the night. I don't want to, camp out. I don't want to build a shelter. I want to get home as fast as humanly possible. So that's how I designed the bag. And thankfully, I don't live or I don't work a great distance from where I live. And so that allows me to be able to cover a lot of ground pretty quickly. There's quite a few back roads that come from where I work to here. I don't really have to be on a major highway or really even a major road. There are some, like I said, there are some back roads and there's a little bit of traffic on those, but there's enough room off to the side of each of those roads to where you can actually walk on the side of the road and not have to worry about getting run over by traffic. Excuse me. One thing I do want to add to the bag is one of those fluorescent vests, because I actually did watch a video where a guy was testing his get home bag, and he did it at night, and he was walking up the side of a highway, and he had a flashlight and a headlight on, but he didn't have on any type of reflective clothing. He had on kind of dark clothes, and I was just really kind of waiting for a car to hit him. I was almost expecting it at some point. It was just like, man, dude, you really need to have on something that lets people know that you're on the side of the road. I mean, something, like I said, a reflective vest, a safety vest would be, a very, very good idea to add to your bag if you think you're going to be traveling alongside a road or something like that, because you don't want to get hit by a car. You really don't. Most times it's not going to work out real good for you unless it's a smart car or something. And then it's still probably going to hurt. So just some food for thought. Basically at this point I feel like the bag is almost 100%. I'm going to do the laminated topographical maps, and I'm going to add the reflective vest, and I think she's pretty much done. And so I can move on to something else. Just more preps here at home, or working on the bug out bag a little bit more. But I've only really got 2 or 3 more items I want to get for my bug out bag. But and after I get those items, I'll do a complete breakdown of the bug out bag and show you guys what I actually have and how it's in there. I'm currently trying to figure out how to work in the hydration bottle with this particular pack, because I carry the Factor X bag, and I have for the last year, I guess almost a year I've had it now, and it's a great pack. It holds a tractor trailer load of stuff, and it's a small pack. It's not a big pack, but it carries a tremendous amount of gear. The one downfall for it is that it doesn't really have any outside attachment points, and the other thing is it didn't have a dedicated place to carry a hydration bottle or bladder, and it doesn't have a lead out. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make that work. I'd actually thought about buying a separate bladder type of backpack type of deal, but I really just wanted to have one pack and not have to worry about carrying multiple packs on my back. So maybe I'll be able to figure that out. So anyway, just wanted to throw this in there on top of the Get Home Bag update. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Stay cool, stay safe. We'll see you in the next video.